master's thesis at OU as well here. So at Rogers O'Brien, all they did was take kind of shot that area with that drone footage, created a surface, and then imported it directly into InfoDrainage. So InfoDrainage can support a number of different options for bringing in kind of that surface information. Here, I'm going to bring in land XML. And I'm just going to bring in this particular example here. I've actually got multiple surfaces in this case. And I'm going to bring into InfoDrainage. I'll let it re-triangulate. I'm going to save that surface file. I'll just save it over my previous example here when I tested this out. All right, I've brought in that surface now. Where is it on my screen here? There it is.
Should be able to, yeah.
Oh, no, that's the thing I drew. I should delete that. That's the bioretention.
We're rolling live.
Mm-hmm.
Be able to just do view extents too.
There it is. There's my surface here. Perfect. Thank you, Midori. And then, I think once that surface is there, you can do, more complicated 2D analysis, which maybe Midori will get to go into here. But there's also a very simple option called just this deluge tool, where you can specify, a basic Manning's M, Manning's N here. Specify kind of the triangle size you want for the kind of mesh that you're going to kind of use for your deluge. And then basically what the tool does is it just drops kind of, in this case, 2 inches of water, analyzes it for 2 minutes, and sees where flow goes here. So I'm going to have to save this. Test 2. And it's going to build that mesh quickly here, and then it's going to run that, again, kind of very simple analysis. And just so we can see it better here, you now have this deluge on top of your surface here, so you can start to see where some of those areas are that might be more susceptible to ponding, maybe more accurately, or start to better plan ahead where you might build some of your stormwater management devices, LIDs, best management practices, things like that. Or again, in Rogers O'Brien's case, look at that ponding, even post-construction maybe. So I think we had a question. Did you want to jump in on that, Ryan?
Sure. I was just going to point out the runoff reduction calculator. That's a part of the stormwater controls. I don't know if you want to just drag something on and show that calculator real quick, but there's an option to get sizing for runoff reduction volumes. You go to sizing calculator, yeah.
I can.
Yeah, I would have picked a dry pond, but
I just picked one real quick. Yeah, that's something we've talked about, though, right? There are a number of different. All right, pond. There are a number of different calculators within InfoDrainage software to make some of these sizing calculations a little easier.
So there's, yeah, the quick storage estimate for kind of your overall like capacity that you might need to reduce it to a pre-construction flow rate, and then the runoff reduction volume can be calculated there as well.
Yeah, so if you click that calculator button next to volume, That's kind of where you get into the different parameters, and so you can set, using that runoff reduction method, set the precipitation depth that you want to control in that stormwater control, kind of for that like first flush type of analysis, and then it'll calculate that volume for you, and you can apply it to your stormwater control, and it'll upsize that stormwater control or downsize it accordingly if you accept those changes. So you can see that size change on plan.